Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is the game War in the Pacific at my tradition. This is my play by email match against AsuRob, his ally commander, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. Now it's 8th May 42. And I can take the British base. North of Calcutta, a very big resource center. More resources. I can maybe ship back to Japan one day, but first I have to clean here this mine field at Diamond Harbor. Sunk yesterday an APD and a cargo ship, and there was more ships damaged in at Calcutta port, but they are safe. At least this is okay. And it must be a submarine would not mind the port of Diamond Harbor. The amount of mines was very low, and I think there's no other really option. Of course, it could also be simply a mine layer, but I would normally get information that there's a ship in port. And I saw submarines nearby. Good, so airstrikes at this northern Australian forces trying to run away. They have no air cover, so I feel confident to bomb them without running long range cap. My tanks are still here under air threat and daily airstrikes, so it's time to maybe pull back. You can see sometimes the allies are lucky to land some hits. The Hudson's coming low, so my flag can do some damage. Here's more. This is all jungle, so yeah, it will slow down my troops, but not really inflict too much damage. B-17s. Bowfighter. Oh. This is my hunter group west of Perth, but for many days I can find nothing, so maybe I have to call them back sooner or later. They're out of fuel. And now my task force was detected by some recon or navy search out of Perth. Latest now, I think there's no surprise more, and I don't must stay there much longer. So today we are avoiding each other. We had too much blood and burning steel yesterday. But in China there's always a battle, and I win the next one, forcing the troops back to Changsha in this direction. Now the allies are taking my 2 regiments, and so equal. Nothing really happens here. Now it's my counter-attack, but this is a little better for me. Still no real clear victory for me, and I losing time, and I'm still in range of allied airstrikes, so I really don't want to stay there much longer. But it will maybe give me some days rest before the allies can attack again, so I must try to pull back. 3 or 4 hexes north, latest at Catherine, I can hold the line. Goody. So, no real air losses here. The bowfighter gets damaged by flak and downed. There was no sinking sound today and everything was fine. China only one battle and a victory for me. Okay. Burma, no activity. So I took this base and like I said the last turn, you can see the industry disappeared. There was 100 heavy industry and now there are 1. Normally it will halve the industry, but it can be that there's a special rule for India. I don't know that in India all heavy industry will disappear, but why it's not happened for Calcutta, I don't know. Or it's a bug, or I don't know. But because there's also another rule. The damage to base industry buildings is equally the same. So if you're losing 50%, you will lose 50% of resources, 50% of heavy industry and manpower, whatever. Normally it's always the same percentage level. But it will always halve the size of refineries and refineries I'm not sure, but of heavy industry at least. But in this case it's completely wiped out the heavy industry. Well, I mean, this heavy industry without fuel would not help me anyway, so I must also bring in tankers, what is maybe a little risky, to at least keep the heavy industry of Calcutta running. So here's light industry and heavy industry, and here's nothing. What I could maybe try to take is still here's a big mine, 421, and this is maybe more or less all I really can achieve. So maybe if I can achieve this line and hold this, it's already a buffer for Burma. Then I can maybe take here also the oil, what always helps, and produce supplies. And there's not much more small stuff here. Good. But the big minefields here, there in Calcutta, these are the 3 big spots, I would say. Plus the oil maybe. I'm now here in the enemy base, tons of tanks and guns, so I'm not so sure if I can stay much. I mean, won't only recon this. I will try to get a foothold, but maybe it's better to first strike east. You will see. And the rest was not so active, no Dutch East Indies, no activity here. My task force was spotted. I was here normally at 16. Most Catalinas only can fly 14, 15. But looks like at 16 he just barely hit me. But now I'm detected. And here was a battle, but no one achieved anything really. This regiment is half disabled. The other one is more or less still intact. But I'm in range of 10, so my Oscars, my Oscars can give 10 range and the zeros I think 11 normal range, so I'm just in range of escort. But I will maybe try to get first rid of this unit. We take here the base and call back the 3rd regiment to rebuild the division. This looks fine. I was not able to find any task force with Macarius, but I found dozens, or at least a lot of these submarines. Always risky. And nothing else. The rest of the map is no activity up to now. Good, see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.